places where the map ends and the unknown begins, where shadows whisper and the truth hides in plain sight. Welcome to Agents of the Unexplained, the broadcast for those who seek what others fear to find. Here is your host, Bill Rigby.
Bill Rigby leads the way into the strange. Whispers in the static, truth inside.
Muted. There we go. Wow, everything's going wrong. But anyhow, Moneesha is supposed to be here, but for some technical difficulty, she's not making it. So I apologize. But we're going to keep going. You know, it's one of those nights. We're back. We're going to be kicking it hard. We got some guests lined up for the next couple weeks. And plus, not this weekend, but next weekend, I'm going to be at the Metroplex in Girard, Ohio. It's on the corner of 80 and Belmont Avenue. Interstate 80 and Belmont Avenue. It's what you believe in or something like that. Psychic fair. We will be speaking there at 4 o'clock on the 18th, so I'm looking forward to that. We're going to see what else is going on and go from there. You know, we're still trying to figure some other stuff out. And okay, she might be coming. Let me check this out. She got my message. So, Jimmy, my brother from another mother, I shared your live to my agent's page and go from there. But anyhow, I hope Moneesha can get in here. I see that she saw the thing, so well, Ms. Spencer's here, and Steve Robles, how you doing? Now, most of you know I've been dealing with a lot of crap. I'm just getting rid of it. Da Vinci, how is it in Alabama? How's the weather down there? So I'm relieving a lot of that crap off my shoulders. I got to start focusing on what's I got to get done, not just in personal life, but in business life. Like I got these events coming up. I got to be prepared. And it's not easy. I live in Pennsylvania, where the weather changes daily, sometimes every day, twice a day. And it sucks. I'm telling you, I like the 4 seasons, but it really sucked this year. This spring's been bad. Yeah, warm day, freezing, cold day, freezing, warm. What do you mean, do I need help, Da Vinci? I'm beyond help sometimes. Just ask Jimmy Trick. My brother from another mother. The thing is though, we got a lot of stuff straightened out. I got to get some more information out to a couple people. they got, and I'm talking for the people I'm working with for the Western PA Cryptid and Supernatural Expo, since I'm hosting it, I've been letting that kind of slide, and that's a no. But with what was going on with the passing of Beth and several other things happening, it's just been a cluster of things happening. Um, we need to get this straightened out and go from there. And so, like I said, I'm going to be at the Metroplex the 18th and 19th of this month. We're going to be speaking on the Bigfoot and paranormal. In other words, the paranormal Bigfoot. Is he or isn't he? Could be, could not be, whatever. Val, my buddy down there in Southwest PA, how you doing, hon? Where, what kind of work do you want to do for me, if possible, Da Vinci? We're going to be doing, well, actually, I got May 2nd, I'm going to be in Cambridge, Ohio at Salt Fork State Park. I'll be set up vending, taking reports on whatever at the Ohio Bigfoot Conference. You know, I'm going to hobnob with those guys. And that's going to be fun. I enjoy going there for that. But at the same time, the Flatwood Monster event is going on that weekend. So that's going to be interesting. Thank you, Val. We appreciate it. We got a lot of things going on in between. Some of you know, and some of you don't, but I'm putting the house up for sale. I'm selling it cheap. 2 reasons. Pay it off, and I'm going to move. Exactly where, I'm not totally sure. I still got to find a place. I need to move on from here, so you know. But you're not getting rid of me. I'll still be around. And around and around and around. We got a bunch of stuff to finish up. Doing that part. Got a bunch of stuff finished up for these events. I want to get out to these events, get back to somewhat normal for me, and we'll go from there. Val, what do you got going on? You any plans for this year? Hopefully, you get to get out and about with the better half. I know I'm going to be catching Jimmy Trick out and about. I'm glad about that. I'm going to see a lot of my friends and at the OBC. Oh, my goodness. Oh, yes, I am, Val. I'm the MC down there for that event. And my favorite troll's here. What's up, my brother? Everyone, right there, Ryan Paul Tremblay. For a pain in the butt troll. I love that man. Yes, it is May 30th. May 30th at Hillman Park. And I should announce that, but I haven't, and I don't know why. And I don't even have it written down, but I know I'm going to be there. That's I definitely got to be there for that. At first I was asked to speak, and I told Sarah, no, I don't want to speak this year. The Patsy Hillman Bigfoot Day in honor of Fred Saluga. Fred was one of my close friends, mentors, and you're going to see me there, Val. And I said, no, I don't want to speak because it's going to be hard. Let me try, Moesha. You know what? No, I can't do a private chat. All right, I'm putting it in the chat for you, Moneesha. No, it shouldn't be. Not the way the weather's going, Val. But when I told her no, she said, I'm the MC then. And she knew I couldn't turn that one down. I just couldn't do the talking to him. That one's really personal to me. He means a lot, and the knowledge he has. Oh, here she comes. All right, folks, let me bring her to the stage. She's having all kind of technical difficulties.
Yeah.
There she is. Let me
Sorry,
get my headphones on
guys.
so I can hear you, Moneesha.
Okay.
Okay, here I am.
Hi, I'm so sorry I'm late, Bill. My phone wouldn't charge, and once it did, it wouldn't let me in on the link through Facebook. So
You're good. You're
Okay.
good, honey. I knew there had to be some technical difficulties.
Yeah.
But anyhow, folks, she's from Cincinnati, Ohio area. And this young lady, at a very young age, had a Bigfoot sighting right on the outskirts.
Yeah. So I was born in 1985, and I was 3 years old when this happened. It was on Easter Sunday, and it was at church, and it was right after I went to a Catholic church, so we had mass, and then after the service was over, we would always have like a brunch on a holiday. So for Easter, we had an Easter brunch, and
What you have for that brunch?
I know they had
Chocolate? Fat boy likes chocolate now.
They had like an Easter egg hunt for the kids. I remember that actually could have been what I remember us playing, but I was so young, I kind of just remember playing with all the kids in the courtyard, because we had like a little white chapel, and then next to the white chapel was the priest house, but it was like it was a big white house that looks like a plantation house, like with pillars on the front porch. but it was a huge house, and they would hold the brunches in the basement. They had a area for like the brunches, and sometimes they would put on plays with the kids. But so it was like a group of like all the kids, like right after church while the women were getting the food set up and the tables ready. They let us play outside, and I want to say it was like 10 to 15 kids, but like the oldest was probably like 9 or 10ish, and then like all younger. And I was 3 years old, and my mom has 5 kids, so it was a lot of kids playing. And I remember looking up. Oh, I forgot. Behind the church and the house is like all woods, and it like a tree line or whatever. And like we were like in between the church house and the preacher's house, and it's like a hilly like area. It wasn't a big hill, but when you're 3, it seemed big. But
A lot bigger than it is now.
yeah, yeah. So anyways, like we're playing out there maybe 15, 20 minutes waiting on the ladies to call the kids in, and like maybe 5 minutes into playing with all the kids, I look over at the woods and I saw a Bigfoot. And like he was like right at the edge of the tree line, and it looked like he was watching us play, like observing us or whatever. And I remember like I told my brother like to look at it, and my brother looked over, and he was only 4 years old. So like when I talked to him about it as an adult, he doesn't remember the event. But I remember it. And like I think I asked like a few of the kids that were closest to me to look over there, and we all saw it, but nobody ran towards it. And I just remember like
Moneesha, I got to say this. Remember me telling you about how Bigfoot seems to be attracted to kids and women?
yeah,
Another great investigator out there right now, my buddy Ryan Tremblay. Bigfoot seems to be attracted to the sounds of kids at play.
yeah,
So that helps kind of validate you too. There.
yeah.
Go ahead.
It was interesting because like I don't recall like a smell coming from him like I hear like in people's stories. I just
Well, that was
remember being at play with all the kids and looking over, and he didn't like I didn't get a scary feeling at all. It just seemed like, you know, someone observing us. And I was only 3, and nobody had talked to me about Bigfoot before. Like it was in like, let's see, 87, 88.
yeah.
So
Well, the thing is, for being such a young kid and remembering that is awesome.
yeah,
My earliest memory is at 3 years old, too. Not of Bigfoot, but of things with the family.
yeah,
And so, and it's sketchy. I'm not going to lie, it's sketchy. 4 years old, I can remember a lot of that.
yeah. I
Uh,
I that like that's like basically what I remember. And then like some of the ladies call us in for the Easter brunch, but like I remember it like clear as day. And the church is still there. It's in a suburb of Cincinnati called Lincoln Heights. And um when like
I know where Lincoln Heights is. Na, 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 na. Oh,
I was like, oh my God,
Yeah,
like that's so amazing. Like
yeah,
how small the world is.
yes. I've done a lot of work around Cincinnati in the suburbs and all that. It's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Now, you said you didn't recollect any smell, but on my sighting at 15 feet away, there was no smell either. They
Okay.
don't always put off a scent.
Okay.
And, and here's my personal opinion on it. I can be 110% wrong because I'm no expert, even though a couple people called me one, and now I'm far from it. Um, it's more of a defense mechanism like skunks.
Okay.
You know, eh, that's a defense mechanism for a skunk,
Yeah.
you know, and they'll put it off. Here, about 2 years ago, we had a skunk running around the neighborhood, almost pure white.
Oh wow.
Um, that one stray cat went to attack it. Oh, that cat kept hanging around our house too. I had to chase it off so many times. Oh, did it stink? But anyhow, but yeah, like Ryan says, chemical signaling, uh, and I believe that. You know, it's more of a warning system, like get away from us.
Yeah.
You know, and it so they didn't have a problem with you kids,
Right.
okay? And even though there's 15 of you, um, but it was observing, it was paying attention, and it probably was watching for the ladies too.
Yeah.
You know, that's the thing. But we really don't know for 110% sure. Um, the other thing is that did you get to see? But I know you were only 3, but the color of the eyes. Do you remember the color of the eyes? You don't have to guess at it. Just see if you remember.
I don't.
Okay, because I don't either, and I was 15 feet away. I did not look into the eyes. I looked all around them because as a hunter and woodsman, you don't stare down a predator. And to me, that was a predator. Even though we figured out it was a juvenile. Well, we're pretty sure it was a juvenile. Um, so that, I don't know, you staring in the eyes as a kid, they think you'd be attacking. I doubt that. But I don't know. I'm no expert, like I said. Oh, okay. Gorillas have that the scent thing. Its glands located in the armpits. They use it to keep intruding male gorillas away. Yes. So yeah,
Okay.
chemical signaling, like Ryan says. Um, and deer's got it too, but that's to attract the males. It's usually the females, and then when a male does it, it's chase the other males away.
Okay.
You actually smell that stuff more potent during deer rut. So, uh, and people say, "Oh, you can't smell a deer." Oh, yes, you can. Believe me, I know. But anyhow, um, at 3 years old, can you guess what size it was? About
um
that's going to be a hard one. I know. 20 feet. No.
I no, I would say like possibly like 7'5" because I have a son that's 6'4", and just trying to like think if I was sitting down low, like on the floor or something, and
Yeah.
looking up at my son from you know, kind of afar that it was taller than it by a foot. So,
Uh, okay. All right. That makes sense. That's a good way to try to figure it out. You know, and Ryan says bears, deers, and gorillas use BO as a way to attract a male. He can't even get a text back. You should text the bears, the deers, and the gorillas first. You might get a text back. Oh, my boy Ryan. But so it's. Did you notice it at any other time after that?
no, no, I can't say that I have. I I I grew up going to that church uh, and we did like Bible study at the priest house. Like I think probably like twice a week, and I don't remember seeing them. I glanced back there and you know to see if I might see them, and I haven't, and I have like family that owned the house very close to
Yeah,
that area, but like kind of like on the other side of the woods.
right.
I would play like out there when we would visit, and I didn't see one again. But
Okay. Um, I'm going to ask a question, kind of retrospect.
okay,
If you happen to see one now, and I know the real answer to this one, how do you think you're going to react?
I I think that I would be excited. Um, I I don't think I would get scared. Unless it was like attacking me, but I
Okay.
don't think that we would have that experience. I think I don't know, like I would be open to it and excited and like
Well,
friendly, come to the woods with some kind of gifts.
yeah. Uh, well, some people don't believe in gifting, and I don't totally deny gifting, but it depends on what you're gifting. Um, Now, I was asked the same question shortly after my sighting, and my answer was, I don't know how I'm going to react because my sighting scared the living crap out of me being that close.
Yeah.
You know, and that was shortly after my sighting. I was on the podcast and was asked that. So I like your answer. Be excited, but you still got to remember one thing, Moneesha. They live in the wild.
Yeah.
You don't know how they're going to act. Even though most of the sightings, and I do say most of the sightings, are not aggressive, but they do have aggressive ones that
Yeah.
people talk about. And one's a good friend of mine that I met through the Bigfoot world, and
Okay.
his was aggressive, but he wasn't that close to it. And I'm afraid if I'm that close and they're aggressive, this boy won't be around. He
Yeah.
tear me apart. Um, have you been to any conferences or expos about Bigfoot?
No, not yet.
You definitely got to go and listen to the speakers. Some of them got good information. Some of them got BS. And you got to decipher it. And
Okay.
I'm just being honest with this because I sat and listened to the one guy, and I'm like, nah, nah. And I had a couple people on my podcast that was, you can tell was BS, and they wanted their 15 minutes of fame. And that 15 minutes of fame ended up being 5 minutes. But, and when you go to these things, listen to these people, it might jar some more memory for you.
Okay.
And that's the main thing. You know, like, oh yeah, this. Oh yeah, this. Um, I learned a lot in the last 5 years on Bigfoot research from different people, not just going out and researching, but going out, listening to other people at these conferences and that, and learning different techniques on research, the whole 9 yards. So when you listen to people, you can pick up so much, as you know.
Yeah.
You're still a spring chicken.
Right.
So you can learn a lot more than me. I'm old. Can't teach an old dog new tricks, but too much. But that's what you need to do, is hear what they have to say. You know, I go to some of these podcasts and I can only sit there and listen for a couple minutes because these people are talking out their rear as they're a know-it-all. Brian, I was going there in a minute. No, you'll never teach me that, Ryan, because I see you miss the paper all the time. But anyhow, I don't know if you read what he wrote in the comments.
I can't see the chat.
He goes, Bill is right. We're still trying to teach him to be housebroken. Jeez. That's not a trick. That's a necessity, Ryan. But he even said we should have you talk to William Nighthawk.
Oh, I do talk to William.
Good. He can give you a lot more insight than most people.
Yeah.
He's great. I love William. He's great. You know, and I believe what he has to say. You know.
Oh yeah. I have a lot of respect for him, and he taught me a lot and about more than just one topic. But I think that we are all blessed to have to know him because he's wonderful.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. And you know, me and him and Ryan going to be doing a podcast here real soon.
Okay.
On different techniques and different things that we've learned that we're going to share with people so they can use to go out in the field if they want to, or if they want to just be a keyboard researcher. You know, I got no problems with them, and I got no problems with skeptics coming in and questioning stuff.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to convince them one way or the other,
Right.
but I'll share my knowledge with them. And Ryan's been trying to do that for a long time. William's been doing it for a long time. You know, so with our three heads together, we might be able to teach one person something.
Oh yeah.
If not more. And so remember to listen to what William has to say. And that's what I was saying about at the conferences. Listen to these people.
Yeah.
Except for Ryan.
You guys are silly.
We'll be talking about Bigfoot and he'll go right to Wendigo. I don't understand it. But no, the demon's going to come out of him now. My question is, you heard about the Wendigo.
Yeah.
Is it a cryptid or a demon? You're thinking hard.
I know. um, I I probably lean more to the demonic side.
Yep. Cue the Jeopardy theme. I was thinking that, Ryan.
Now I'm
uh,
hearing it in my head.
me too. I was too. I'm going, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going but yes, and Ryan's one of the foremost authorities on this, him and William. And I've learned a lot about it. Because I was always thinking it was cryptid. Oh, the Ryan yelled at me. Ooh. But it is not a cryptid, it's a demon. And I saw his fire coming out of his eyes and antlers coming on top of his head. I was like, oh, okay, I'll back off. But so you'd be excited about seeing another one.
Yeah.
Are you trying to find someone to go out and research with?
I would love that.
Let me find a couple good researchers that way and see if we can get you guys hooked up.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
And the reason that I put it that way, you can go out and research with anybody, but if they don't know what they're doing or they think they know what they're doing, forget it. And I'm being dead serious. I was fortunate to hook up with several great researchers. One is my mentor that passed away December 3rd, Fred Saluga, Brian Siege, Jamie and Jenny King, the Ruperts. You know, I keep going with names after names after names. Going out in the field with these people and learning from them.
Yeah.
I've been in the woods all my life as a hunter, as a guy that just rather live in the woods. And I thought I knew what, no, I know a little bit, not everything. And I'm far from knowing everything, but still, I learned so much. Me and Johnny Freeman has talked over and over again. And that's another one. And not just on the Bigfoot, but on the paranormal end and the mystical end. And, you know, we got a lot of people that we can work with and learn from and help share our stuff.
Yeah.
And that's what it's all about out here, is helping everybody so
Yeah.
they can learn. And I'm going to go on a subject right now that I'm very upset about. And it's not with you.
Okay.
It's the truth about finding Bigfoot or whatever it's called, that documentary they're putting out. I don't care which way it goes. Is it a hoax or isn't it a hoax? I don't care. What I care about is what I saw, and I know what I saw, along with the thousands of other people that have seen them.
Yeah. That's
So,
where I'm at with it.
so the true non-believers that are doing this film and I'm saying true non-believers, is trying to put the screw into the Bigfoot world. And it started to work. But they keep pulling the show off of different channels. So either they're going to get busted for it, hoaxing and doing AI on it, or they're out to make big money on it. And I don't buy into that, because this is the most expensive hobby I've ever had. And I'm dead serious. It's cost me a lot of money. This podcast does not make me money. I pay for this. I pay for the streaming. I pay for the Canva. My time. Trying to get people together to get on here. And I was very fortunate. You wrote me, I can come on and talk. I'm fortunate for that.
Yeah, I was very excited, especially when you sent the picture with my name on it.
Yeah.
I told all my kids, like, I'm famous, I'm gonna be on a podcast. And they're like, oh, Mom, her and her stories. But I tell them, like, I know what I saw, and that's what I believe. I know I'm not crazy. I saw it with my eyes, and I'm not afraid to tell the world it's true.
Yeah.
So
And even at a young age, they have seen their stories. And not that long ago, a few years ago, a 4-year-old lost in the woods and got found 3 days later. And it's been cold those nights.
yeah,
In North Carolina, I think it was.
okay.
Said a bear grabbed them and kept them warm. I'm not buying the bear story.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It was not a bear.
And if you think about it, like a 4-year-old wouldn't necessarily have the words for it if no one talks about it in front of them, and
Exactly.
that would be the most logical name to give it.
Yeah.
But
Yep. And so that was running wild in the Bigfoot world thing. Yeah, but we don't know for sure. But
yeah,
I'm not buying the bear thing. The kid don't know any better.
right.
So Da Vinci goes, no way a bear. No, it wasn't. I stake my life on it. The other thing is, there's stories of Bigfoot helping people. They used to trade with the Indians centuries ago. There's so many good stories out there. And I'm saying stories because this is what people are recollecting. And, are they fact? I don't know. I wasn't there to say.
Right.
The other thing is, it wasn't a Bengal tiger either. Yeah, and especially with you being in Cincinnati.
Yeah. Who they?
Steelers. Yeah, Yins.
I'm not going to pretend that I understand sports, but me being born and raised in Cincinnati, I am a diehard Bengal fan for life.
Sorry about that. Show's over. No.
Man.
I had to go there with that one. Moneesha. Da Vinci, there is something out there. There is a great researcher down there by the name of Kumbo. He has several sightings. And after my sighting, Alicia, now this was 5 years ago, this August, I ended up with PTSD from it. I actually got scared first time in my life. I'm not lying about this, man. I almost didn't go back into the woods. Another friend of mine, Mary Fabian, was talking to him and said, you need to talk to Bill. He's losing it from his sighting. She gave him my phone number. I did not know nothing about it. Kumbo called me from Alabama.
Wow.
He goes, hi, I'm Kumbo Walk. Yeah, Kumbo? He says, yeah, I don't know if you heard me. Yes, I heard of you. And he goes, I heard you had a sighting. Yeah. He says, I hear you're having a hard time dealing. Sort of. I didn't want to admit, my pride, because that's the first time I ever got scared in my life. I've been startled. Hell, I was in the middle of a gunfight in the middle of a street, saving a little kid. I wasn't scared. So to be scared like that, and I was really thinking not going out into the woods.
Yeah.
Kumbo called me. He talked to me for an hour and a half, almost 2 hours, explaining everything. Oh, come on, Ryan. He goes, imagine the PTSD the poor Bigfoot went through. Seeing Bill can't be easy to explain. Oh, geez, Ryan, you didn't go there. But yeah, and a lot of things he said really hit home and made sense. And he says, I'm not telling you this to convince you to not go out and research, but I'm asking you to go back out and research, go back out and talk about it and get over this fear. He says, the old saying, fall off a horse, get back on it. He says, you'll be all right. He goes, Mary has told me how you are in the woods, and we need you back out there. Because I'm in there, I'm researching it hard and studying it hard. And so that made a lot of sense to me. Get back on the horse. And that's what I did. And I'll tell you what, Kumbo, he's number one in my book with that. Yeah. And one of these days I will meet him in person. If I got to go to Alabama to do it, I'm going to do it. And Da Vinci, you might see me then in person. But yeah, seriously, you need to talk to these people, other people out there that had this. Keep talking to William. Even talk to Ryan, even with all his smart ass ways. But he is my brother from another mother too. So
okay.
And that wouldn't be him without him saying this crap to me. Or something was really wrong with him. But you definitely need to get your butt out there. I'll find some researchers in that area that I can trust to show you the right way. And hopefully you find some evidence or something out there. Yeah. All right?
Okay.
And tell your 6'4" son that we might have a suit for him to wear.
Okay. I got two sons that same height. They've been fighting neck and neck like centimeter by centimeter, beating
Oh.
each other in height since they were 11, and now they're 18 and 20. So, yeah.
You don't believe in keeping them normal size, do you?
I was blessed. Good genetics.
Yeah, I'll say, wow, that's awesome. That is
Yeah.
awesome. Uh, call me Bill Da Vinci. Um, but anyhow, since you were late, I got to do this.
Okay.
Hang on, let me find it here. Oh, it's not here. It's not here. It's gone. No. I'll do this one though. This event here, the Western PA Cryptid and Supernatural Expo, September 26th and 27th. We got a great lineup of special guests, speakers. We got a band. We got food trucks. Uh, we will have a ghost investigation the 26th night, starting at 9 o'clock, and it'll go to 8 o'clock till 11 for $25. Or if you want to take the long investigation, it goes from 8 o'clock to 3 o'clock, it's $40 a person. We got two great investigating teams, paranormal investigating teams, that are going to be helping you with the investigation and taking you through this beautiful Masonic temple building. It is big, it is haunted. Actually, Fred Saluga spent the night there last year during the expo. And I'm not going to use the words he used to tell me. This place is haunted. So you need to come out and check it out.
Yeah.
There will be some great activities there. We got the Blue Boat Eye herself coming, who's the psychic medium, world renowned.
Okay.
We had world renowned Katie Elizabeth, the sea cryptid queen, as I call her. We do have a gentleman from Ohio coming that is a physical therapist slash Bigfoot researcher slash made from a casting a molded foot that can show how it actually operates.
Okay.
And I can't wait to see that. David Wickham, my man Tater. We got Mary Fabian coming, the one friend of mine who has the Bigfoot Project. Brian Cameron from New Jersey coming. Let's see what Ed Kellerman and my great friend right here, Christina Bloom, psychic from Wisconsin. And that's just a small amount of them. Who I got right here? All right. That's Brian Bodie. No, Brian Cameron. Oh, great. Oh, I screwed that one up. Brian Cameron. My buddy Brian. Robert Solomon, another gentleman from Akron, Ohio. He is a great historian on giants, pyramids, Bible, the whole 9 yards. My first Penn, Ohio Paranormal Conference, I already had the lineup. And I listened to him at a thing in southern PA, down in Fayette County, that his first time presenting it. And I was totally in awe his presentation. That's the first time he'd done a presentation. Turn around. I kept thinking, I can't put another speaker on. I'm going to see if he wants to come to the second one. And I said, I know it's over a year away, but I'm calling him. So I called him, and I was talking to him. I says, I don't know if you remember me from there. And he says, yeah, I do. I says, well, this year I'm putting on the Penn Ohio Paranormal Conference. It's my first one. I already got the speakers lined up. But you impressed me enough that I want to ask you for be the first one for number 2. He says, number 2? I said, no, not poop going down the toilet. The Penn Ohio Paranormal Conference 2. He laughed. He said, I figured that's what you meant, but and he agreed right away. He impressed me that much. He has that much information, and I love him for it. Who's this one? Oh, everybody. Shauna Rigsby from the Doss House. She's great. Now, they own the Doss House, the paranormal house. And she's an paranormal investigator too. She got a great presentation. I love it. And there's the Blue Boat Eye.
Okay.
And, she's, like I said, a world renowned and big time Instagram and TikTok psychic. Thousands and thousands of followers. From this one. Oh, that's Brian. That's Mary. My friend Mary. And love this lady here. Katie Elizabeth. She's been to Loch Ness. She's been to Lake Malore, over in Ireland and that. She first noticed Champ, the sea cryptid up there, like Champlain up New York, Vermont. And she's been researching ever since. And she agrees with me. Most expensive hobby ever.
Yeah.
The equipment she has to buy to do the underwater exploration of it.
Right.
And the boats and the trips everywhere. It's just crazy. She puts a lot of time and money into it. And I'm so happy she is coming up there to Johnstown to speak at our event.
Yeah.
You know, she's one of the best. And I did this one already. I know I did. Yeah, I don't know where Ed's at. I don't have Ed's on here. I don't know why. I'm missing a bunch of them. And this show is brought to you not by me, not by Moneesha, but it's brought to you by Dr. Pepper. I know these people were waiting for it, but yeah, that show is going to be awesome.
Yeah.
We got that band coming, and I can't wait. They're called the Rust Bucket Coven, because they're from the Rust Belt.
Okay.
They're a great little group, and they play for donations, so it's going to be good.
Yeah.
But anyhow, it's going on 8:00, folks. And let me go back to the comment. So what we're going to do now, is there any more questions from the audience, except from Ryan? I mean, you too, Ryan. If so, speak up. If not, forever hold your peace, because I'm not answering questions after 9:30 tonight. I'm surprised Ryan didn't type something up real quick. Oh, no questions. I like that. Carla, what sounds like fun? No, don't answer that one, Carla. She wrote, sounds like fun. I'm afraid of what the answer might be. But yesterday was a very, very busy day for me. It started at 4:30 in the morning. Then work finished up at 12:30. I got to sleep about 1:30, and I was back up at 5:30, and been going almost ever since. I did lay down, try to take a nap. It didn't work. Are these glass bottles you replaced it with, Ryan? He drank all my Dr. Pepper and replaced it with Pepsi. Val says, good night, Bill and Moneesha. Take care, and everyone in the chat.
Hi, Bill.
Val, you have a good night. Stay safe. Cheap cans are going to get beamed in your head with. So, no problem, Ryan. You ever get hit with a beer can or a pop can? They hurt. And thank you, Ryan, for telling us it was an excellent show. I'm glad you enjoyed it. And everybody, I'm glad you were out here. You have a great night. Oh my goodness, I can't go anywhere yet. I just seen something. I got to say this, and I'm going to say it from the bottom of my heart. Bob Rangel, where in the hell have you been? I'm glad you're out here, brother. I haven't seen you on for a while. Good friend from up in the Erie way. Really good. He's a really good guy. But remember, folks, the weather's getting nice. The Bigfoot flap over in Ohio, I'm buying some of it, not all of it. And no, they weren't migrating, my belief. I believe they were out foraging. But someone tried to make a point that they were migrating to. Oh my God, Sparky, you're late. He's here now. We can start the show. Oh God, help me. Help me, help me. My man. Okay. Sparky, you missed the show. And if you weren't door dashing, you have no excuse. And don't lie. Unless you was out researching. Me and him researched together a lot. I learned a lot from him, and we share the same philosophy mostly out there in the woods together. And we actually went over there to the Bigfoot flap area. Oh, really? You've been keeping your mouth shut? Why? Are you okay? You got me worried. And only the shadow knows. I know. He's been staying in the shadows, keeping his mouth shut. That's scary. But I don't even know where I was going. Oh, I lost track. I'm getting. Oh, he's drinking Mountain Dew. In other words, he was gagging. But anyhow, you all take care. We're going to get on out of here. Stick around, Moneesha, when you go off the air. Everyone, if you can make it, 18th, 19th, no, I can't keep the 18th and 19th. Girard Metroplex, Psychic Fair. Dan Hagman will be speaking there also. Dan Hagman will be speaking on UFOs, aliens, abductions. He's on at 3 o'clock. I know that for a fact. I had a whole list of who's speaking and that. Several of the people I personally don't know. But Dan puts on a great presentation too. I follow him afterwards, so I got to step my game up. But hope you can come out, check the show. They go and have a lot of great vendors there. They got, if you want to get a psychic reading, they got several psychics there that doing readings. They got Reiki people there. They got all kind of stuff going on. And it's an excellent show. It's the one that used to be up at Hotel Conneaut in Conneaut Lake, PA, the haunted hotel. But the new owner bought it and wanted to turn it into a destination point for weddings. I hope he doesn't piss the ghosts off up there because that place is haunted. So, hope you all come out. Hope you catch me on the 15th with Steve Snyder. He will be here at 7 o'clock. And we're going to have a great time with him. He is trying to get the young kids involved in Bigfoot research. And he come up with a plan and a book and all that. Sparky. I cannot be hypnotized that way. He wants to hypnotize me so I can give up Dr. Pepper. Oh. Good thing that's the only thing I drink. Where's your front, Johnny? Johnny says he's back. I hope your front and side came with you. We don't want to see your backside. But anyhow, Moneesha, thank you again, hon.
Thanks for having me.
Stick around. Everyone, thank you once again. Stay safe. It's warming up. Get out. Get out. Get out. Enjoy the weather. It's warming up.
This has been the Agents of the Unexplained Paranormal Podcast. Please like, follow, and share on all social media. And remember, the truth is out there.